So we've come together in community today in several ways, from group sharing, from just being in space with others, to be able to also listen. And that's something that is always truly important to me with community. When I was looking up the actual like messages that the equinox, this one is offering us and asking us, it really did ask, what are you ready to burn and let go of? And what's bringing in new light? And so when I thought about what I do to bring women together, it's the clearing, the shedding, and then it's also stepping in to new light. Holding safe, sacred space like this can help us to really carve out either what's not serving us anymore. It could also be what is come to the end of its cycle as well. So it's not always about things not good or bad or that they're rotten or spoiled. It's just they've come to the end of their cycles. And that can mean many things, from relationships to our own life choices, to careers, to our health, to money, to spiritual growth, like you name it. We're constantly going through these phases. And when we can be together with other people, it can just take the load off of everything a little bit more. I always say in my communities, there is a reason to bring people together. And it's so each person realizes that you're in a safe space to be held and to be heard, but that also you are of high value to be someone that can hold someone and to lend an ear, and that you are needed for both. We're needed to be heard, but we're also needed to listen. We're needed to be held, and also, we know when it's time to hold others. And that's what this space really brings in for me. I just recently went to a musical, Jagged Little Pill, and Alanis Morissette, like for me back in the 90s, was like my jam. I like until my car couldn't actually put a CD in it anymore. That was one of like the little CDs that I still had in my guitar, my car. And I would put that in and just jam out. She started that from this angst and all of that, and I've listened to many things about her. She's actually in the yoga community. Her and her brother have actually done work in the musical yoga community. She is a yogi. She's also an activist. And it was really cool to see something else come to fruition from these songs. And they were able to build something she's passionate about, was activism and rights of women and really intense things that people sometimes don't want to talk about. Like the stuff that's occurring that can be horrendous and awful, that really deep, dark stuff. But bring it in a way artistically so that we can feel a certain way, but then do something about it. We might not all need to be activists. We might not all need to be an Alanis Morissette and like create an amazing album that everybody remembers, or win Tony Awards or Grammys, or be a celebrity, or be on a soapbox. But we, by being who we are, we do make an impact in other people's lives. And I think the world right now is crying out for women to step into that queen energy, that wise woman energy. And for me, there are many things that I think we have all outgrown, and it's time for that next level. And that's where I'm moving into. I just rebranded. Um, as I've shared with my community, in the midst of a rebrand, I also went through some darkest moments of my life with deaths in my family, illnesses, a lot of crises that needed to be managed while I was working on like rebirthing the new brand. And what it taught me is that a beautiful phrase that a yoga teacher of mine shared me in my yoga teacher training is that pain just carves out more space in our heart for love to exist. And something beautiful like this new brand of Tracy's Total Wellness, which is about soul growth journeys for women, is just offering more space. And the pain I've went through, the space that I've held for other women to go through their pains and wounding, that's carved out more love now for me to offer. And there's many ways that I'm offering now, from retreats. We have our upcoming Sacred Sisterhood experience, which is a soul growth journey, to some other events that I'll have coming up. But if you're interested in, learning more, feel free, check out my beautiful website that was created by Rita BB Soto. Check out amazing team that I have from Shan, who is my community care coordinator, to Nancy. We're pulling on some new team as we speak, as well as the amazing guest healers I had today. I can't do this alone. And so in my soul growth journeys, I'm bringing people together. Now, Sacred Sisterhood is coming up. It starts on April 20th. I didn't know this until I had an astrology reading. It happens on a really major astrological conjunction, which is all about manifesting what you want in dreams. So I was like, oh, okay, interesting that on 420, which is for other purposes too, Sacred Sisterhood begins. My call to action for you is, if it's something that aligns, check out the website, take the tour, and then listen to your intuition. I have some slots open for one-to-one calls, and there'll be opportunities for you to always learn a little bit more. As well as we'll have some other things coming up. I have my first 3-day retreat in the mountains in Owego, New York, which is right outside of Binghamton, New York, at the beautiful barn venue. It's July 19th, 20th, and 21st. We are going to be convening together with Mother Nature, with Earth energy, and connecting into that light energy. So if any of these things are calling to you, go see my beautiful new website, and that soul growth journey is waiting. Now, Sacred Sisterhood does close on April 20th, so you're interested in learning more, just make sure that you check it out before that date, since we'll probably have to have a conversation about coming into the collective. Now, I also can't do this, as I mentioned, without other women. So I want to highlight my guest healers that I had here today who have been with me before, and it was such an honor to have them again. So I would love to bring up to the stage these two beautiful guest healers so they can share a little bit about what they have coming up and about their business. So Jackie, and I'm going to also bring BB Soto, Rita in. So you ladies can share. And Jackie, since you were the first to share today, I'll give you the floor to share about your business and any offers or invitations.
Thank you so much. As always, I love being a part of your space. So I do sound healing, and I also have studied multiple different modalities. And so I like to incorporate and mix different modalities depending on what is for the highest good of you. If you feel guided to work with me, I do one-to-one, I do group work. I also teach sound healing and other healing modalities as well. So, usually every month I do a full moon and a new moon experience. And so I have that. And then my special offer for everyone who experiences this, whether you guys are here live or watching the replay, is that I would love to offer you a free mini session with me. So it would be a 30-minute bespoke sound bath and guided meditation, especially for you. You'd be with me live and set intentions. So that's what I have to offer.
And I highly recommend her. I actually have started healing, sound healing with Jackie and deeper work. I think that trust factor came in, and it's like, yeah, I can tune into like sound healing on my phone. I can do my own card pulls, but it was time for me to trust that like I'm ready to outsource things to team in my business, but also to outsource more of my healing to other people. And I have entrusted Jackie, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work with her. So thank you, Jackie, for sharing your gift with everyone. And Rita, aka BB Soto, anything you'd like to share with us?
I've been muted this whole time. Hi. Hi, I'm Rita, aka BB Soto. And I am at heart, first and foremost, a writer and a researcher of everything related to symbolism, which is what brought me to tarot. My bachelor's is in art history. So I've just been obsessed with symbolism in both art and literature since I read the Da Vinci Code, to be honest, in like 2004. So, but over the years of studying the symbolism, I began to read cards, and so I am a tarot reader. I have over 10 years experience in marketing as a copywriter and digital creator. So I'm also a marketing consultant. So those are the many hats that I wear. I recently have launched both a video blog and a written blog really diving deep into the symbolism of the iconic tarot deck that was created by Pamela Coleman Smith. And so I invite you to, if you have any interest in learning about symbolism, I do use the tarot as the basis, but to me, that's how spirit and universe talks to us. They, we get messages through the cards, through symbols that we see in our dreams, meditations out in nature. So if you have any interest in learning more about how to read and interpret those symbols, I invite you to check out the blog at bbsoto.com, and my video blog is on Patreon at bbsototarot.com. And I also do lunar, new moon and full moon, and monthly general collective readings on the Patreon as well. So it's a good place to follow along and just get a reading here and there.
Thank you,
Thank you, Tracy,
Rita.
for helping me.
And Rita's been with me, and she's part of the team in many of our events, pulling cards and being a support, as well as the beautiful design of my website was Rita. And so I want to give her props because people have said how beautiful it is. And I was like, that wasn't me, that was Rita. So I wanted to say thank you. And then Rita and Jackie, if you could just kindly, I don't know if I have it, just make sure you email me that information so that I make sure I can send it in the recording email to everyone, that they can get their free gift and the links and such for that. So even people that aren't live right now and those on the recordings can receive that as well. As well, I will, if you ever see this video or anywhere else and people have questions, I'll make sure that I personally connect you with Jackie or Rita. I want to give a shout out to some other amazing women that are here. You see in Rita's side view is Caroline, who has done guest healing for my retreats, for my Sacred Sisterhood group program as well. And she decided to join us in person today. So I wanted to give a shout out to Caroline and her Akashic record work. We're both body workers, and we've kind of taken the understanding and the wisdom of the body and started to kind of move inward to the soul work and divine messages. She's doing deeper level healing work now. So if you don't know Caroline Sequin, you need to. So please connect with her, as well as the women that did join us live. We had Carol joining us here, my beautiful sacred sisters, Denise, Helga, and Cindy. And we had some women that did sign up that weren't able to make it live. So I'm holding the space for all of you, and the community is here to support each and every one of you in any space or any place that you're at. And I'm grateful that this community is here for me. So thank you, everyone.